following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Me to make them write it. Here you go, Beaven. Right, give me an office work check. It's not that essential.
Yeah, I know. It's just that with yeah. I'm gonna take the 10 that was an average instead of the 1.
Yeah, you're
Average.
doing office work. You're doing office work. Do you wish to use your workplace as an opportunity to overhear things that could be used in your crime-fighting life? I have to prompt people to do this because if they don't, they never do.
Some snooping around, but also want to hit the archives for any of the articles that we've had on the statue, anything, the exhibits that we're going through.
Give
the
me
museum.
an investigation check.
Ah,
Told you.
24.
Oh, that's good. Oh, thank God. That's really good.
Stab.
Why is there not a dark theme for open office? Like, seriously, why isn't there?
Don't deal in black.
Hmm?
They don't deal in black.
Word does. Somehow, this is a race thing.
Some always is.
Tell me about it. Right, you were able to find in the archives, after doing an afternoon's worth of searching, you will find, the rest of the morning's worth of searching, you will find like some articles about the statue being brought into Cold Rocks complete with complete pictures of the statue from multiple angles. There's also a thing referencing how there's articles from when it was destroyed by Soviet, when they were trying to fight with the Dadstro thing and the nastiness happened.
Well,
And it's a scathing anti-Soviet article.
I will photocopy all of that in its entirety. So, copy of the articles, etc. To
With that role, you will also find out that Douglas Zweiger was let go from the museum because it was basically only left out in the middle of the floor because he was too drunk that day to operate a forklift. And that he later killed himself, leaving a suicide note that blamed Soviet for his loss of wife and family and everything.
oh, leave that in. Well, that'll be part of the pile of papers. You told me to take that one out. Yeah, and so it's just like do the tea service thing. Take tea around everybody, see if they wanted anything, and just leave the pile at the front desk wherever her station is at the moment.
One of the writers in a cubicle stops you and is like, so how come you bring tea on a little trolley around everyone?
Force of habit.
Where did you pick up this strange habit?
I live in a hotel room with a... there's a lot of elderly residents there, and I'm just one of the younger people there, so if they need tea, it makes sense for me to bring it around.
Oh, what particular residence is this?
The Dakota in town.
And do you enjoy delivering tea to people?
And making it.
Yeah, interesting. From scratch or from, like,
Scratch,
leftover tea bags?
No, scratch. Sometimes it's nice to try new blends.
Where are you managing to find tea leaves from during the tea shortage crisis?
There's some plants in the herb garden out of my balcony.
Really? Interesting. Yeah.
What, you don't like it? You don't want?
Oh, no, I'm just curious. Most people around here would shoot their mother for the slight edge in the business, so finding someone who's acting nice is strange and weird?
Well, it won't be like this forever.
Won't it?
It can't be. And not unless there's yet more
Just
storms.
all I see every day when I look out the windows is people being ugly to one another.
Well,
And it's not the crisis, it's just the way people are. So filled with rage.
it's hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people have lost things, but the teas will come back, the
Oh,
foods.
no, I mean, I understand. I'm filled with rage too. You just need an outlet. Thanks for the tea.
You're welcome.
See you later, Beaver. It's on your name tag.
Oh, yes. Look at their name tag.
E. Morgan.
Well, thanks for the hard work.
Literally every other woman here is better looking than me.
Yeah, just
Touch all right. Sorry, one person arrives in town.
look that up. And I've got a music video of a compiled Markiplier singing weird lyrics.
Oh no.
That's your whole character in my head now.
God damn it.
Lumpy wooey.
I'll be 1%!
You want a Wumpa Wumpus Woo?
Oh, you want a Wumpa Wumpus Woo!
Since we've been spending most of our nights patrolling
Oh.
the material world,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was not looking forward to this. He's pulling the trigger too early.
what? I just want to alight upon a quiet roof somewhere.
No problem. Everything's real flammable right now.
That's good.
It's vanilla.
And just use the trance to... It takes about half an hour to slip into the spirit world naturally.
Go
I
on.
don't like it when you roll dice.
I'll just stop then
Clack, clack, doom.
and just make up my own results.
And I just want to, it's basically patrol, but look around for abnormalities in this plane, in Cold Rock specifically. And just, see where shit is the most fucked spiritually.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a big city. Where are you looking?
Yeah.
Let's use the
Yeah.
map!
I will I will start from the northernmost section, and
Okay.
and it takes however long. Well, I get however much time.
In the spirit world,
Oh, gotta
get an
protect the...
accurate perception. It'll take you weeks to do the whole city.
You gotta start protecting the rich people first.
Yeah.
If I could,
Around, then the northern area, around the towers of Terradino, it's bad. And then there's the police academy, that's very bad there. There's some graveyards that are... you can't see into. They're protected by something. There's a region in the slums and alleys to the north that is particularly twisted, the spirit plane wrapping around it like a vortex. And then you're kicked out of your vision quest as a dark shape materializes out of nowhere and rips your wings off.
in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Perception to notice anything about it before I...
It was very
step
black.
back? It was just very black.
It's just more race riots.
Better call the police. Okay.
Going Soviet now, are we?
Sure. Lunch break time. Oh man, the archaeologist thing is getting surely ever closer.
I'll take a lunch break. I don't know where I'll go for lunch.
Yeah, where are you going to go? What are you
Everywhere's just government fub.
Yeah.
Well, you can get nuggets.
Those are government
Wait,
nuggets
how-
now.
Because I was going to visit this after work, but if it's how far away was Jamie's place from work?
It's in the southern part of the city. So if you fly, you can get there.
No, I'll just wait till after work then.
So it's school day.
Yeah, she'll probably be getting drunk with the students. Alright, come over here and help me unbottle my beer.
Is that what they call it?
It's trapped in here and it needs to be released. It's a liberty issue. Slavery must end.
Go to football!
Open the spear while I chug from my flask. Thank you.
Phil's flask. Repeat. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where you going? You gonna meet up with Xander because you're both in the same area? You can have lunch together. It'll be cute.
I mean, if he wants to. You can have lunch with Xander.
If you want.
Sure.
There
No.
we go. Look at that. They arranged it ahead of
Interaction.
time. It's a thing they do. And you know what? Bevan's also in the same similar sort of area. Actually, she is, now
Yep.
that I moved the paper. I mean, you could do that if you want. Who knows?
You want to have lunch too, Bevan?
That could eat.
I do want lunch.
One person
but with
was
you know.
on a rooftop doing it. So he's a piece of shit. Trying to protect people.
Lunch is for the white man.
There's a bean supply, huh? You have no house to put it in now.
Just some tins of beans in the desert. You have to skin some scorpions to make a house.
Just paste them together with that mystery paste.
Yeah, the Daisy Blackcliff Omni Pace.
So yeah, I don't know where we're going to meet for lunch, but
It's set in the park. It's right next door, down the road. Next down the road.
next down the road. Yeah, we'll go to the park.
Cold Rock's citizens and residents have fun at the park all the time. It's a great place to take your dog and throw a stick and hope no one just grabs your dog to eat. That's been happening. You can throw frisbees to one another, go cycling down the cycle paths, and like running around the thing. It's a great big huge park. Some people are sailing little homemade boats across the lake in the middle.
It's a nice lake.
It's a big lake.
It's good. It's got all its water back.
Yeah. Thief.
Lake thief.
Grand Theft body of water.
Well, Bevan's just went up with a styrofoam cup of soup, of whatever it's been soup.
Spelt S-O-O-P.
Can't believe they don't have coffee anymore.
And I thought coffee was one of the few things that didn't get too
Turns out that's just because warehouses had an overstock.
damaged by the...
Colombia was ravaged heavily when it was flooded. And I realise it's a mountainous nation. That's what you did. It was hit by a big wave.
The king had just brought in a whole bunch of drugs with coffee, so. Guess it right now.
Actually, people have been buying it up and hoarding it. Soviet is not guilty of coffee hoarding, which is why Nikita doesn't have any now. Anyway, you're at the park. There's a park bench there. Happy couples are wandering around, happy individuals. People seem happy, for the most part. No kids, because it's school day.
So have you sorted out Valentine's Day with you know who?
Oh, I've ordered something. Hopefully it turns up. But I send her a message and we'll see if she's free. I mean, she did stop the sun from exploding the other day, so it's hard.
As you do.
As you do.
That's amazing.
What? Since we've known her, she saved the sun. How many times is this?
Second.
I don't know.
Second time.
It's still amazing.
I mean, she also threw the gene factor bomb into the sun.
Nope.
No, she took that outside the universe, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but that's what caused the problem.
Should we be doing anything about these aliens?
Training.
A little over your pay grade, isn't it?
Or are we too small town?
No.
Just give up, why don't you?
We've been told we need to be ready. We're
It's kind of a problem for the whole world.
well, as Professor Tobias said, there's key factors, key people that need to be there, and we need to be there.
Dr. Destructo got that machined in the end, didn't he? You know, the one that that I used to
Fuck up the world.
dot dot dot.
I don't know. Did he?
Well, that big blue robot of his was
No,
there.
it wasn't. You're thinking of the big yellow robot,
Oh, okay.
Chernobog.
The big yellow robot of his was there when we left.
He does have it.
Well, I was thinking we could. I mean, he's probably already working on something similar, but if that got used as a weapon against an incoming alien force,
Take all their food away.
it could be quite potent with the right mutant using it.
Just
Well,
amplify it.
Well, that's. I mean, I only just put a tiny bit of, a little bit of ice in, and look what it did.
I don't know if the prospect of such a great weapon makes me nervous or glad it might be on our side. More nervous. Nervous. I'm going to go with nervous.
But didn't he build that in the first place? It was his.
Well, yeah, I don't think the hippie guy
No, because
was it GRE piece.
yeah, during piece he said that he got it was built for him. That's right.
But that would have been built before we knew about this whole alien thing.
In my mind, anything that's powerful enough to be fired from the ground and affect space will probably have devastating effects down here.
That already has had devastating.
Yeah, but no, if it was used again in our atmosphere, I think the problem. You're right. If we used it in our atmosphere, it would be an issue. So they'd have to use it on the space station or in space.
Well, yeah, it amplifies whatever mutant power is put into it, right? I mean, that seems to be how it operated. So if somebody, for example, could fire a big heat beam laser that was just a normal, like, heat beam laser that's already pretty devastating, imagine them firing it through that thing.
Well,
it's assuming it absorbed and amplified it instead of just blowing up the machine. But
maybe what if it needed a certain thing? Because I mean, he was only increasing the temperature a certain percentage, and I think it was the combination of the two which caused this problem.
yeah, but I mean, I only put, like I said, a little bit in, and it was enough to.
Yeah, but I think that it was so far off one side of the scale that a little bit was more than enough. I think if we had
It's because the powers were mixed.
Yeah, if we had left the machine alone and not done anything, I mean, not saying that it would have settled itself back down. So I think that's the only reason it was so devastating.
Well,
I don't think the machine was designed to actually.
Well, from what I understood, he was only doing it gradually because he wanted it to seem like a natural phenomenon. He didn't want to draw attention to himself.
He didn't want to be exposed as a supervillain. He wanted the evils of modern technology to have ruined the planet and have to be abandoned.
If he amped it up too quickly too soon, it would have obviously drawn attention as being, oh hey.
But also, could the machine handle an increase that quick? Like,
don't know.
There's all hypothetical. We don't know enough about that machine.
In brighter news, I found pictures of the statue from the. I work at the paper. I went to the archives, so we have pictures of the statue from all different angles. I'm not convinced this is relevant, but
It's better to have more information than none.
Well, we could maybe recreate the statue if we needed
plug
to.
it in the
that
middle
way.
of folder to choose.
Was there anything else you found?
No, there's just there was a lot of stories and things relating to it at the museum and when it was destroyed. Nothing especially relevant. How are you guys doing? Have you talked to Simon's wife recently?
Noise!
Should pull that band-aid off some days. Just fucking pull it off.
No, I haven't.
Sorry?
Loud noise!
Whoppers, woo!
I was wondering what to get the man who has everything, and then I think I actually have a means of getting at least some kind of chocolate.
I'm sorry, what is this?
For Valentine's Day, Mr. Smart. It's like, what do you get the guy who's so rich he's got everything?
Good.
Anyway, Bevan, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bevan's
sorry.
sitting there like a fucking
No.
third wheel.
So,
Fifth wheel.
I've been spending most of my nights reading lots of books about the djinn. I had to decipher like 4 of those tablet things. Lots of stories. You guys can come around to my apartment sometime and we'll start going through it because there's lots of different ways we can approach attacking a djinn. I'm not sure it'll work on a Dao djinn, but there's lots of different ways. I don't know which one we wanted to. Just that I haven't slept a whole lot. I haven't slept a whole bunch.
yeah, I don't think your roommate appreciates me being there, so...
If we're going to have a planning session, it needs to be there where all the materials are to go over all the things and the options. Because I can't do all of them alone.
I know. It's just last time I was there...
Just because you sat in a chair and she was upset doesn't mean she's going to be upset forever. She's not.
I mean, it wasn't my fault. I know.
Thomas was a dick, yes.
You still have to find out what that
Not a single
old
person
man
has written a
Tarias at the
reply letter to
library
him.
was. He still has to get back to us.
Sorry?
That old man Tarias at the library, he said it was only going to take a week, but it's been 2 weeks now and we still haven't heard anything.
When I saw him and he's still busy. It's a lot of stuff to go
So
through.
the rabbit hole goes deeper than even he thought.
Well, even then, even if we fix that, it's like, can we do anything to save the Archmage? Because the world without its Archmage is in a lot of trouble, and he would be a tremendous help in all of the other problems that are kind of coming up in this world.
Well, hopefully, with us cluing the other parts of his team in on this, they might be able to help him.
Well, all the dominoes start falling down, but the Daojin, if they can't detect magic, then there's not a lot they can do if they have to find him or get to whatever realm that he's in.
That's the other side of the coin. Once we do get rid of the Daijin, do the wishes disappear?
No.
So it's not saying that we can't. We have to stop him, obviously, but how do we fix, especially not being able to detect that, because that, as you've said, is quite important.
It all depends on how he did it, how he affected the world. If he changed the rules, then maybe they stay changed.
Yeah, I did have an idea, but I don't think anyone's going to like it.
I'm up for more ideas. I have four or so hypotheses as a way that we could possibly go about this, but I'm open to more.
Well, we still have to discover I apparently have some kind of power over him.
Oh yes, I thought that was one of them. But that involves going into a rabbit hole talking about the things, and it's only a likelihood. It's a likelihood, it's not for certain.
Well, my idea was, because this could solve a lot of problems, what if I wished that Thomas had never saved me in the warehouse when we brought back the factor bomb?
Okay. The problem with that is what doing that could be as dangerous as going back in time and changing a thing. We don't know
But that's
what.
basically what it is, would be doing.
But what would
be doing.
But what would other causalities be?
I don't think it would. It would not help, and the Daojin would not allow it.
No.
The entire premise of your wish is flawed. You wish you died, therefore your soul would not be in his grasp, so you're not giving him your soul. He won't grant it. Also, if Thomas were to fail saving you, that would probably negatively affect him quite badly, and any strides he's made recently he may not choose to make again.
Yeah, but the whole thing with the world wouldn't have happened. Tyler
No.
would still be alive.
Again, we don't know.
We have
There might have been something else that came in and did the things. Like, it's like a butterfly effect, you know. A butterfly flaps its wings on one side of the world and it causes a tornado on the other. But what if you cut the wings off the butterfly? Do you still get the tornado?
Soviet, in all the multiverse, there is just one of you left. That's a precious thing worth protecting.
I don't know. I mean, and the other places don't have
The other places
Storm
have...
Soviet,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they've got a Tyler who's important to the world and helping things, and they don't have a Daojin who's wandering around granting wishes.
Some of them do.
Well-
Some of them may. Some of them have the Edomite kings ruling.
Okay, granted, but
I am constantly looking around when I'm talking too.
Doesn't matter.
that's okay. We're fine. We're in a public park in the comic book center. You can say anything you want, and it's fine.
Never backfires at all.
No. It's one of those safe locations, like a diner. When you're in a booth seat in a diner, you're safe. No matter who's around, you can
Unless
just
you're
say
the start of
anything.
Arkham Knight.
And a public park in a major city is another one where you can just have all the
Okay,
secret...
so they've had about a lunchtime's worth of
Yeah.
conversation. Eventually it's time to go back to fucking work. Like real time, you've exceeded probably
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you would be able to have. You snap out of your thing at this time, but you're safe and you're fine. You realise you're fine and safe.
Again, that dark figure. I don't know what I'm shaking my fist at.
I thought you were smoking a bowl.
Fuck you, God!
God will remember this.
Just on that note, I warned everybody else, but you weren't in the room at the time. Aiden has the learners.
I heard.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought I'd better just...
You know, it's not like there's a whole bunch I can do about it. It's like not like by the time I realize, oh shit, that's Aiden in a car. I'm already too close.
It's either Charlie Sheen or...
Or a shark. Well, actually, no, sharks are threatening.
Okay. I'm spending the rest of the day around Soviet's workplace. I don't know if that works. You don't really have one place, do you?
They're going to think you're a giant Indian with the cigar.
What do you mean they don't really have... Well, my
Because you're a
main
model, you
workplace...
go around a lot, right?
No, she works
Well,
at the nerd store as well.
Nerd
That's
store
her
is
job.
the main... Yeah,
How did you miss out on all that?
I forget things a lot.
Like from an hour ago.
Yet remembers the thing
Yeah.
from 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that one
I
thing
remember
you mentioned
Silverhawk
once.
Yeah.
before I'd even started playing.
I don't. What was that thing?
I don't know what that thing was.
I don't know.
Silver
anything
Fox.
else.
Silver Fox.
There was the other Native
The other
American
Native American
superhero.
superhero,
Silverhawk.
Silver
Yeah.
Fox.
How do you even remember that? That's weird.
Deja vu!
So yeah, I'll be spending the rest of the day on the street, swapping forms every now and then, hanging around Lyle's game store. Pop in every
A
now
couple
and
of
then.
cops wander up to you after a bit.
I'll be old man at this point.
Excuse me.
Yes, officer.
We notice you've been hanging around the store that's intended for young people.
Oh, I do love to hang around the youngling. Such so creepy.
I like their soft bottom.
Okay, have a good day, sir. They wander off. Yeah, but yeah, you pop in and you see Soviet. Soviet is The store is filled with teenagers skiving off class, buying things from Soviet. There's a huge Indian man there.
Different old guy than
different
last
old
time.
guy from last time.
So it's just a
walks in,
random old guy.
looking really rapey. There is a
KG then?
Protect. Protect.